Welcome to Annitude, a relationship podcast about love, friendships, and everything in between. With somebody who's been on maternity leave for way too long. Once again, Liz is back. Say hello to the listeners.
Hello.
I was waiting for your Medea hello.
I thought I'd switch it up, actually.
Oh, she's getting crazy now. Hold on. Can you? Your microphone's rubbing against your.
Did I take it off?
You should probably like hold it somehow out or something, or like
hold on,
get it off your shirt. There we go. Okay, she's stripping, everyone. I'm going to describe it to you. Her glasses almost came off. Her boobs are intact. I was very sad to see that she had a shirt on underneath. Very depressed.
There. Is that better?
Yes, as long as it doesn't rub against your skin. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna just shoot the shit today. We were gonna talk about like friendship, but last time the reason we're recording this episode, we already had an episode recorded about friendship, but then it turned like dark, disturbing. It sounded not on brand for this podcast of comedy, and we're like, let's just re-record that because I will lose listeners or get people like jumping off a bridge because of that specific episode. So we're just going to shoot the shit because Liz hasn't been on in a while. So Liz, can you update the listeners about your current, position in life and what's going on? Well, right now her husband's sleeping and her babies are sleeping because he was watching Flubber.
Yep, it's nap time. Husband fell asleep watching Flubber, so perfect time to podcast. I'm happy we're just shooting the shit because I've been asking people this question because I don't know if there's something wrong with me or maybe if like all little kids went through this, but I used to pretend at nighttime in my bed that I was homeless and it was either winter or cold outside and I had to like protect my baby dolls and like survive the night.
Nope, I did not have that same experience as a child. I just took my ass to bed. Liz obviously has some deep-rooted trauma and fear of homelessness.
I should see a therapist. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did not do that. That sounds very intense. Did your baby make it through the night is what I want to know.
Yeah, I would always wrap it up in my blanket and I would pretend to like be the mom and like we would have like I'd have to protect my baby. And maybe that was just me. How old were you? Elementary school.
Oh my God. No, I was not thinking about having anything to take care of at that age. I was like, bitch, I'm going to bed by myself. I don't give a fuck who's gonna die. Like, no, I was selfish. That's interesting. Maybe that's why you're a mother and I'm not, obviously, because I'd be like, every man for himself. Give me that blanket. So
well, with that being said, then why am I not homeless if that's where I was like aiming for?
You were like, I want to be homeless so bad. She's like appropriating homeless culture. She's like outside panhandling. So yeah, when I was little, the weirdest thing I think I did, I mean, I was a pretty strange kid, but the weirdest thing I would pretend was that I could talk to my cat telepathically. And it used to piss my sister off because I'd be like, I just told him to go in the closet. That's why he went in the closet. And I would like hold my temple and like, yeah, truly 5150 behavior. But that was weird. And then I would also pretend like I ran away. Like if I got in trouble, I think every kid does this. I would like make up a scenario of me running away and my mom being sorry that I ran away. But truly, she probably wouldn't even notice because my mom had like 5 kids while I was growing up. So she'd be like, thank God, one less mouth to feed.
She probably didn't notice.
No, she wouldn't notice. I never ran away because I would get in trouble for running away. So the fear of getting in trouble again prevented me from running away because I'm scared of my mom. So still to this day.
So before I had a middle school diary, I had a elementary school like binder. And I remember writing in the binder, I ran away for 15 minutes and no one cared. Like I thought that was a large amount of time.
And your mom probably didn't even realize you were gone, nor did she think anything was going on. Why did you run away for 15 whole minutes? What caused that?
I think if I recall the scenario, I'd gotten in a tiff with my stepdad. And so, and I remember I didn't even run away. I went into my closet.
Oh, yeah.
And it probably wasn't 15 minutes because I definitely couldn't spend 15 minutes in my closet.
And you probably couldn't tell time anyway. It probably was like 37 seconds. And you're like, oh my God, I've been in here for hours. Kids are so dramatic, but also like we all live the same kind of childhood where we're like, our parents will be sorry if we're gone. And like, go bitch, like go, like, please, the door's open. So your kids are too young to get in trouble. I'm trying to think of like who's going to be the one that's going to be like the most dramatic. I picture Winnie because she was like calm when she was first born. Now she's a little battle axe. She's a little pistol. That baby. Who's going to be the most dramatic?
I think you're right. I think they're like 7 months and 2 years old, and we're already like
giving them personalities, giving them personalities, and diagnosing them with like a mental illnesses. I'm like, yeah, she's bipolar. Obviously, that 7-month-old baby. But is it crazy to you still that you're old enough to have 2 children and that you are in charge of 2 kids? Or does
because I had them like, I feel like later in life, like not obviously later, but like for
people's standards of when you should have a baby.
I mean, like, people are having, let's say they started 25, people could have more than like,
1 child, and their kids are now in elementary school, which is crazy to think about. Yeah. But yeah, did you hear that the birth rate is declining in the United States because our generation is like, fuck this, we're not having kids. Because kids are expensive. It's like a luxury to have kids. You got to be wealthy. So if you want to rob anybody, it's going to be Liz, not me, because she's the one with kids. So yeah, the birth rate has declined. Now the average age of having kids is 27. It used to be 23. And they think it's going to increase to like the late 30s in a couple of years because people are like, bitch, I don't want to fucking have kids.
I'm okay with that. And I think we'll have a lot more, prepared parents, stable households,
Yeah, me and my friend
get better grades, better attendance in school, things like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of positives to it because me and my coworker Yvette, shout out Yvette Scholler, we were just talking about this yesterday because she had she has a daughter. We were talking about having kids young, and I have a lot of friends who had kids, like my friend Randy. She talked about this last time. She had her daughter when she was 19, and Yvette and I were talking about like, it's better to have kids as you're in your 30s because you're financially stable, you've lived your life, quote unquote, lived your life, and you know how to raise kids because how your emotions are more stable so that you can dedicate those emotions to your kid. So that's no shade to people who are ahead of the curve and now have kids graduating high school at our age. But I'm just saying it couldn't have been me because the me 10 years ago is a completely different person than I am right now. I'm way more mature, I would say, even though this morning I was singing that song with Santana and Rob Thomas, Smooth, in a doo-wop voice. I was like, and be so smooth, doo-wop. Yeah. So, I mean, am I mature? Nobody knows, but I'm more mature than I was at 22. So yeah. What do you have to say about motherhood? My thing is like 1 kid is like, whoa, but 2 kids, I'm like, damn, especially like how close in age they are.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know any different now.
Yeah.
And honestly, you have to do it. So you do.
You just go on like autopilot. Like you're like, I got to make sure these kids are alive. And
honestly, as long as everyone is fed, diapers changed, and like alive, like that's all I can ask for. Just to get through the day.
Exactly. No, I could shout out to you because I can barely take care of myself. So I'm like, my breakfast this morning was just a iced coffee from Starbucks. I can't fathom like having to make breakfast for others. So onto that note, how is your marriage since you have 2 kids? Like, how would you describe Has your love for him grown as seeing him as a dad? Has like your, relationship gotten better since you've had kids?
I think definitely at the beginning of like the act of having the children and him being there, being part of it, like we talked to each other about like that's like an experience that we can only share with each other, and it brought us closer. And then I think reality hits of like the child being alive and sucking your life and sucking your breast and keeping you awake, and then like not that it fades, but then you like forget about that connection you had.
Oh.
And then you're just kind of on like autopilot for a little bit. Honestly, there's like a hump that you have to get through at the beginning of like having a baby, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
And then after that, it's better. And then you can like, they're a little more independent. So then you can like refocus on each other and things like that.
Yeah. It's just like you're so busy with raising kids that,
you have to get over a little hump and then it gets better.
A little hump. Yes. So, I mean, shout out to you guys. Definitely doing the thing, because it's hard out there. So did I tell you about I sent you the screenshots of my dating app experience that I had for literally 15 minutes.
2 pictures.
Ugh. So let me preface this by saying I am ready to date. I'm putting myself out there. When I was in Vegas, I had like 20 boyfriends. I miss all of you. But I feel like when I was out in Vegas, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember how this was to be single and be like, oh, flirting, and let me get your number, and oh yeah, this is fun. Mm-hmm. And I came home and I was like, you know what, maybe I should try dating apps, because I'm racking my brain to think about where a 32-year-old professional woman who also likes to have fun would meet somebody. The only place you can go is like a bar or a club, which I mean, that's where I've met all my boyfriends. So I'm like, I need to try something else, man. Cause obviously it's not working out finding them at the club. Cause usually they're just trying to find a place to go home because they're homeless. So I was like, I'm going to try. And online dating, you can set your preferences to what you actually want to find, like somebody with a job, somebody without kids, somebody who doesn't smoke, somebody who is 6 foot tall or above. Like you can set your preferences like accordingly instead of like weeding out. Yes, okay. That's what Hinge does. Like you can even set like the nationality. So sorry to Caucasian men, but that was the only box I did not check, because I've tried to date white guys, but they always bring up the fact that they never have dated a black girl. And that really makes me nauseous, because I'm like, this isn't
just preference, girl. You don't have to explain.
No, I'm just saying like that I've tried, because there's some white men that I'm like, oh, you're cute. But then they say like, oh, I've never dated a black girl before. And I'm like, this isn't an experiment, bitch. Like, and that's not making me flattered. That's weird. So I got on to Hinge. First of all, I got the first match I had, which when you go through Hinge, people like your pictures that have they have like prompts on them. So it'll be like found in my mother's wallet, and it'll be like a picture you choose from either your photo album on your phone or Instagram. So people will like those individual photos with those prompts. And the first match, or the first person that liked me, was the music teacher at my school that he doesn't work there anymore, but he worked there last year. And I was like scared and also confused why that was the first person that liked me, because we've never had a conversation before. So that was weird. So I ignored his like and then moved on and just kept, seeing who, and I was scrolling through, and the guys that would like thumbs up my picture, I would go to their profile, and like 99% of them would be like, they all say the same things. They're like looking for a girl that doesn't play games and knows how to have a conversation. I don't want to be pen pals. Like, okay, what are you doing to make it not like a texting or messaging situation? What moves are you making to further the conversation to outside of the app? Like, why are you being so aggressive? And then, the other half of guys that liked me, I was like, truly, I'm not trying to shade anybody, but like, what in God's name are you thinking? Like liking my picture and like trying to be like, hey, you're sexy and you're, have a receding hairline and a beer belly and missing tooth. Like, it's like, truly, what is happening on here? So yeah, I sent Liz a couple of pictures. One of them was a guy with very tight pants, like extremely tight pants. Like it looked like his like whole, like if he farted, his pants would rip. Like it was that tight. So, and then there was another guy, he had obviously had cheek fillers and he looked like he bit people.
Yeah.
So I was concerned.
It looked like he was trying to be like a Ken doll or something.
It was
weird.
It was very strange. And so then I deleted it because I was like, I can't find somebody based on looks. And you can be anybody online, but I don't know. I'm just not good at just like first look. I have to actually have a conversation with somebody in person. So I was like, this isn't for me. So I honestly don't know where I'm going to find my next partner, but exciting news. What were you going to say, Liz? Go ahead. I saw you had a thought.
More organic situation. Have you ever like, obviously people know you're single now, but like, I feel like, friends of friends. So at least there's like some filtering of like, I know this person, they're not crazy, they have a good personality, they would go well with you.
I don't think I have any friends that have friends that are single, or they wouldn't have friends that are my preference, if that makes any sense, because I'm a interesting person. I know my friends would be like concerned for whatever guy they try to hook me up with. They'd be concerned for him that I would hurt their feelings, and then our friendship would be ruined because they'd be like, why were you mean to my friend? But I don't think any of my friends truly have any guy friends that are single, and most of my friends are in relationships, so their friends are in relationships. So I just haven't met any friends that have a friend for me, and if they do, they're hiding them from me. So yeah, I mean, that's a good organic situation. Trying to think what else is organic. I mean, the only thing I can think of is like going out. No. Have you ever met a male teacher?
Sometimes they're hot.
There's two kinds of male teachers. There is I don't even know how to explain this. They're either super weird and don't have like a sense of humor, like they're very off.
Social skills.
Yeah, they don't have social skills, because usually male teachers are like middle school teachers. There's very rarely elementary school teachers. Or that music teacher guy that liked me or liked my picture on the app, and he was just like completely opposite of what I would ever date. He's like nerdy. Like not nerdy, and it's like awkward. Like I don't do the awkward people. I don't find that endearing or cute. That's more Liz's style.
I do.
She loves a Michael Cera type. She loves an awkward person. I do not. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's none at my school that are single, heterosexual, or not married or in a relationship. So I would have to say no, in my profession, there isn't any. I have seen attractive guy teachers like other places, like at other schools, but not at mine. So sorry to any of the guys at my school that listen to this. I think you're beautiful. Yeah. So I don't know where I'm going to find somebody, because I'm 32. So it's kind of like, where are the guys that are my age or older? They're in a relationship. So I gotta wait till these people get divorced, basically.
Second round. Yep.
I'm gonna
be take a couple kids with that though. Kids with that second round.
As long as I take care of them. I'm going to come to the conclusion, if you are a man that is my age or older, you probably have kids. I'm gonna have to come to the realization that it's not possible to find a guy. It might be, but more than likely no. As long as I take care of them, it's fine. But I'm just wondering, where are these guys at? Because they're not at the club.
They shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be. I mean, yeah, I mean, you can be I'm at the club. I love to dance. I love to dance and drink. But the ones that are normal are not at the club that I'm going to. So I need to go to different clubs. I need to go to more a lounge. I need to go to cigar bar and get
a whiskey lounge.
Yeah, and get secondhand smoke into my lungs and then talk to. But also, I don't want to date somebody who smokes cigars. Ew, this stinks.
What about like the hotel lounges, like the nice hotels?
Okay, first of all, that's definitely I'm gonna get called a sex worker because why the fuck am I lingering around a hotel lounge bar, not staying there? You psychopaths! Liz is trying to get me arrested. Like nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, you just come here to hang out." No, that's weird. Are you staying here? No, I live in this state. Okay, why are you here? I'm coming to pick up guys. You're obviously a sex worker. I'm an undercover cop and you're under arrest. Thanks.
I'm just saying we have hotels that have bars that you do just drink at.
I worked at one in college, and guess what kind of guys came in there? Married ones that were trying to cheat on their wives that worked on the railroad or in the oil fields.
Okay.
That was
I said a nice hotel. I didn't say one by a railroad track.
No, it wasn't by a railroad track. It was a Holiday Inn. It was a nice one. No, it was Holiday Inn Express, and it was not by the railroad, but that's the only hotel that they stayed at that was by anything. So I used to work at one in college, and they're not attractive men just hanging out in a hotel lounge bar. Sorry. Liz is obviously, I don't know what television shows she's been watching where people find
Gossip Girl, like Sex and the City style, like lounge hanging.
Yes, I want to find Chuck Bass at lounge. So I don't know. It'll happen when it happens, and we'll see. I mean, I'm also down to meet a guy at a retirement home that is on his way into the grave that has a lot of money and no one to give it to. Would love an Anna Nicole journey for me.
That's nice.
But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting atmosphere, like trying to date in your early 30s. And it's just, I mean, dating's hard as it is, but it's harder the older you get because your preferences definitely change. Your standards get raised. And the amount of shit you're willing to put up with is like slim to none. So kind of limits your choices, so to speak.
Yeah.
So if anybody, I was going to say, if anybody has, bitch, if you I'm the host of this show. God damn it. But anyway, go ahead.
I said, I think this summer will bring, things. I'm feeling Lizzie McGuire movie vibes about when you go to Italy. I'm
riding my Vespa,
falling in love around the fountain
in the Vatican. Yeah, my Airbnb is right by the Trevi Fountain, so like I'll just linger there, and they'll be like, "Can you get off the fountain, please? Get out of there." And I'm like, "Oh, I thought this was where you meet guys." Like, no, that's a landmark. So yeah, maybe I'll meet a nice Italian man. Buongiorno. I hope his name is like Anthony. Oh no, that's my brother's name. But Italian. Ew. Yeah, so Joey. Maybe why is his name Joey?
Wait, that is Mickey, not
like Joey. You just said she thought of Joey Fatone. She's like, what Italian men do I know? Joey Fatone from NSYNC.
Actually, I went straight to Housewives of New Jersey, and I was thinking Joe Giudice as well as Joe Gorga.
Juicy Joe. Hey, watch it. I'm walking here. You're just thinking of New Jersey people. I'll just go to New Jersey to find them.
No, you're right.
And you're like Tony Soprano. And I'm like, Liz, come on. There's other Italian. Mario, Luigi. Come on. Yeah, maybe in Italy. I'm also going to Miami. So maybe I'll meet maybe I'll just have like a vacation bay, like while I'm in Miami. And then I can go visit him on occasion. Have a place to stay in Miami. I don't know.
Are you gonna have them cheeks out? That's what I want to know.
Oh, bitch, I'm having my ass fully out. I bought a new thong bikini, and I'm putting my Instagram on. I'm gonna make a close friends list, So just so I don't have people from my like job
Snitching.
or my family looking at my ass cheeks. I don't care about them. What are they going to tell? Oh, I saw Anna's butt cheeks. Okay, cool. Like everybody has a butt. I just don't want them to see. I don't want my like family or my coworkers to see my ass. I mean, certain coworkers to see my ass. Some of them can. But yeah, maybe I'll, as my cheeks are out, somebody will be like, hey, girl with her ass cheeks out, do you want to be my wife? And then we fall in love in Miami. And I moved to Miami and get a BBL and get my whole body redone. And then I'm an influencer. I mean, I just planned my whole life, just planned it right then and there. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of traveling. Maybe I'll meet somebody in Des Moines when I visit you.
I doubt that. You've been here before and not met a single soul.
I have been there like 5 times, have not seen anyone above the age of 5 or below the age of 50. So there's like kids and then there's like middle-aged people. That's it. And I think Liz and Jordan and their friends are the only youngsters there. So, but you never know, Liz. I might go to the Chili King, which is a famous restaurant, famous by drive-ins,
looking at Drive Dives, Guy Fieri. Big, I was gonna say big news, good words. I don't know, good review.
Good what? What the hell? Well, big words. What? Are you okay? Are you having an aneurysm?
Breaking down.
Yeah, I see you. Like, what are you talking about? You're just saying things. You're like words, things. Anyway, so there's this restaurant called the Chili King, which is truly a treasure. But Liz, did you want to tell everybody the story about how I ate crusted chili out of a pot? Please and thank you. Tell them why we went to the Chili King. Who recommended it?
You wanted a chili dog.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I crave a chili dog. I don't know why.
Yeah. And Jordan said the Chili King, which is down the road. So it's like, yeah, why not? We went into the Chili King where a chair was missing and where a Cabbage Patch head was placed.
Hills Have Eyes vibes for sure.
Yes. And then we sit down at the rail and there is a man in suspenders with his butt crack hanging out and a wife beater. And he's like scraping the crust off of the hood. And the crust is falling into the condiments. And he sees because he mixes that crust in. And this is where we ate. I saw that and I said, chicken tenders. And then Anna said, I want what that happened over there. And I want all of it on my dog.
Yes, that absolutely happened. I'm not going to deny it. But I don't think I realized at the time how disgusting that was. And I'm fine. That was like a few years ago. I didn't get food poisoning, shockingly. But that is disgusting that I ate there, knowing I saw all of these things. I just wanted a damn chili dog. I didn't care how it happened. I wanted my chili dog. I don't care if I got E. coli, if I got botulism. I needed my chili dog. But I just want to know why Guy Fieri went in there and gave it like a 5-star rating, because it was okay. It wasn't like
this is hearsay. Well, I think A, because it's been around for a very long time, but B, I heard through the word on the streets that they had to close down for a whole week while it got deep cleaned before the camera showed up.
Before they shooed the rats out, the roaches away. Actually swept, removed the Cabbage Patch doll head off of the chair.
Fix the seat, I'm sure.
Told that guy in the suspenders to stay home that week and hired a paid actor to act like the chef.
I bet they did.
I bet they did too, because I can't understand how Guy Fieri didn't die from eating there. Anyway, so yeah, that's one of my favorite memories of visiting Iowa, and also throwing up in your bathroom and blaming Jordan. Like I always do. I'm always blaming Jordan. My Jordan did it. So, and he cleaned it up, didn't he?
No, you cleaned it up, I think.
I hope so. Was I? Because I'm like, was I that bad of a guest? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll meet somebody in Des Moines at the Chili King, and maybe I'll just date that guy in the suspenders. Like, he seems like he's single, and he probably has money, and he's employed. That's already 2 steps above what I'm used to dating. So, you know what? I'll give him a try. What else shall we discuss? Have you been watching any Real Housewives or anything reality wise?
I watch it all. I watch the 90 Day Fiancés. I watch the Seeking Sister Wives. I watch the 90 Day Single. I'm watching all the Housewives that are currently on. I'm watching the reunion of Atlanta.
Oh, yes. I need to get back into 90 Day Fiancé. I'm like trying to catch up, but there's so many different spin-offs. There's so many things going on, and then like it's hard for me to connect with like because I know they won't be back, like some of these people. So I'm like, I don't get invested like I should, because I will never see these people again, which is like why I watch the shows that I do, because I like being invested in their lives. So I need to try it again, because I did get Discovery Plus in order to watch all the 90 Day Fiancés and all that stuff. Yeah. And then
hey, while you're there, check out Seeking Sister Wives.
I was just gonna ask
my new love. Yeah.
So it's basically like polygamy, like they're Mormon.
They're not Mormon.
Oh, okay.
Like it tells different stories. Some of them have religious reasonings behind it, and some people just like that lifestyle.
Polyamorous. Yeah. That is becoming way more mainstream than it was before, which I'm glad, because I truly think a lot of relationships benefit from being polyamorous and open. But I've seen a lot of Instagrams and a lot of like Twitter, like hashtags, like seeking extra or seeking a third in our relationship, or the polyamorous life. It's very interesting to actually watch it on TV. So how do they find these women that want to be a part of their throuple or
websiting?
Oh, okay.
Websites. Yeah.
Will they like go on dates with these?
They'll like mostly first? Like chat with them online first, because these people are serious. Most of them are serious in regards to a courting for a marriage, to like for them to move in. So they're not just like
dating,
chitty chatting, dating. Most of them are very serious.
They're getting down to business.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing this for like an end result.
Do people have kids on this show? Once again, your microphone's on your rubbing into sweat. It's okay.
Yes. Some of them do. Actually, I think all of them do.
Oh, really?
All of them have kids,
so that would be cool too, to have somebody help you take care of like the house and the kids. Ooh, they're onto something. I hear baby crying into the distance.
My husband is sleeping next to her, but he tends to not hear her, and it's like, she's right there.
She's in your ear screaming. Like, quit acting like you don't hear that. Men, I tell you, you can't live with them. You can't live with them. Do I need to let you go?
No, he should be getting her.
Do I need to call?
I can hear him talking.
Okay. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Just kidding. He said,
shut the baby up. All right. So I didn't watch all of Atlanta. I just watched the Bolo episode, because that's like the standalone episode. Like, you didn't need to know anything about anything to watch that episode. Did they ever figure out, because Kenya was on the case of trying to figure out who did what with who?
This is the thing. Kenya is such a fucking instigator. Like, it was supposed to be a fun night out, like whatever. They had the cameras leave, as you recall. Like, they were trying to make it like, what happens here stays here. We're trying to have a good time.
Right.
And regardless if Portia did or not, I believe she did. She was single, like, so who cares?
Truly.
If she doesn't want to admit it, then that's like, why are we forcing her?
Yeah. That's her business. Do we need to go?
I think they're just mad that she's not keeping it real, but like, who cares?
That's not keeping it real with like, I don't want to discuss my private life. That's different. So it'd be different if she was like shaming somebody like, oh, you fucked Bolo, you're disgusting. And while she did the same thing, but everybody was consensual. Like, who cares? And everybody was horny. So like, why not? Did you watch New York? I know the new episode aired on like whatever day, Monday or Tuesday.
I'm not a New York fan.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. I feel like I'm alone on this island of not caring about them because they're not interesting. I don't find them funny. I think they're like racist, most of them. I know Ramona has said some crazy shit, and Luann was like in blackface to be like Diana Ross. So like, I truly have nothing for these women, but everybody's like, it's so good, it's the best franchise. I'm like, no, it's not. Like,
I believe they added a
black woman
this season,
which is crazy because they're literally in New York. Like, how did you not find a black person in New York before this? Like, that's absolutely
obviously in their circle they don't hang out with people of color.
Exactly. So that just shows me what kind of women these are. If you're literally in the metropolis of like diversity and you don't have one black friend, truly what is happening. But yeah, and I just feel like, I'm sorry, I don't want to age shame, but they're old and like not in a good way. Like, they just remind me of like old weirdos. So
I think we've just been watching them for the past like 20 years. That they should have, like, you know,
like, go away. Like, for real. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I was the only one that like did not like that franchise. I'm excited.
I also don't watch Dallas.
Fuck Dallas. I heard that's the worst rated season ever. I like Potomac, Atlanta. I just haven't watched Atlanta religiously because I feel like there's nobody like exciting on there. They're like, they do exciting things, but I mean, I like Portia, do not like Kenya, never have. Candy is like whatever, but does she really do anything fun or exciting? Not really. And Cynthia truly is like, I'd rather watch paint dry. She's beautiful to look at, but I don't want to see what.
Well, Nene and Kenya are the chitsters. That's what you watch it for.
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch it for. I know Nene got fired, but I used to watch it for her. Like, she had the best like one-liners and like the best like her like comebacks were always hilarious. So truly, I watched it for Nene Leakes, but she's no longer with us, and she's like banned from like all Bravo stuff because her and Andy are beefing. But yeah. Did you hear about her and Lisa Vanderpump? Their beef. Nene and Lisa. Yeah. So
what they do?
So this is what she said on a radio show, is that she was going to have a restaurant in West Hollywood, and she took Lisa Vanderpump because they had been friends for a little bit, just based on.
I remember, and Lisa opened up
Pump.
That's right. I saw that episode.
Yeah. So
are they still beefing about it?
Yeah, they don't speak because, and now Nene opened. I guess she opened a club in Atlanta called Lanethia, and it's like, who wants to go to a club called Lanethia? The Lanethia Lounge, I think it's called. It sounds elderly, but yeah. So she's finally living her dreams, and Lisa Vanderpump is obviously a snake. Can you imagine? Like, she told Nene, like, hey, so this is what happened for listeners who have no idea what we're talking about. Lisa Vanderpump, Nene, friends. Nene said, I'm going to open up a restaurant in West Hollywood because I love the gays. I want to be where the gays are. Da, 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 da. And Lisa's like, no, you shouldn't do it here. It's disgusting and nobody would come. And I hate this area is so just gross. And no. And then the next.
She said that?
Yeah, she said the area was trashy and dangerous and nobody would go there, and that she should do it on a different street.
Wasn't Pump like around the corner from Sir?
I don't think Sir. Pump opened first before Sir. It was Pump, then Sir, then Pump, Villa Blanca, then Sir, and then Tom Tom. So Pump was the first one. No. You're right.
No,
you're right.
I was gonna say
So
Pump happened. We watched them build it.
It must be, yeah, we watched them build it, and then it must have been it must have been Sir. Yeah, it must have been
Villa
Sir.
Blanca, because you remember that's where Tom and Ariana met, was Villa Blanca.
Yes.
So it probably went Villa Blanca, Sir, Pump. Tom.
Yes. You're right. So whatever happened. So she basically said this area's, and I know the person leasing this, and they're not good people. Blah blah blah. Then in the following like month, Lisa had bought the building.
Interesting.
Shady snake. So yeah, that's pretty much. I watch Atlanta, Potomac. I do not care for New York, but I do like.
Don't forget Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City is going to be interesting because Jen Shaw's truly on Instagram acting like she's not going to be a convicted felon soon, which I love. I love the denial. And do you see she's like hanging out with Whitney? I was like, I thought you hated her.
Oh my God. Can I just say, I know that you were a big Jen Shaw fan, but her personality, she was always reactive, and everyone just acted like, oh, she's going through things. And so I don't know. I didn't really care for her.
I liked her because she was good TV, not necessarily saying I would ever want to be around somebody like that, but I like good TV because that's why I'm watching it. Because otherwise, if there was no Jen Shaw, what the fuck would we be watching? Mary in her closet looking at her shoes.
Right. Like there was Mary had no, I don't if she comes back, I'm confused because she had very little purpose.
And also Whitney, what were we watching her for?
Her dad's wig.
My dad is going to rehab, and me and my husband are going to see him. Like, I hated how she talked like a robot, and her dad looked truly deranged as a hairdresser.
I couldn't get over it. You're a hairdresser, and you look like you have fucking something on top of your head.
It looks like literally a dead animal. It looked like a dead animal, and he just, it was creepy. But yeah, she was good TV. That was pretty much it. I mean, Heather was funny, but what was she doing? What do we want to see her open up her beauty lab? No, I don't care about that. And Meredith and Lisa,
I couldn't tell them apart.
I'm just yeah, exactly. I could not. I was like, who are you? Which one are you? I'm disengaging. Like, there was nothing going on besides Jen Shaw, and she was the show. So, and she's going to be the show next season because she's, getting Shaw arrested. So, yeah. Are you writing a novel?
Am I writing who?
A novel?
Yes, I'm writing a note.
To whom?
No. Nothing. It's just this.
Oh, okay. I'm boring her. She's like writing on a business card. So maybe we should wrap this up.
No.
No. Oh, I just wanted to say this. So, do you have friends that ruin times, like ruin the fun? Do you have any friends that do that?
It's probably me, because if it's not someone I can pinpoint, then it's probably me.
But I just want to say, I do not like a friend that ruins the time by engaging with their significant other while we're out and trying to have fun. I just have to get that off my chest. Do you have any friends that do that? Like even just like talking about them, like, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I think it usually happens around the time of like a breakup or something like that, where you're like, just stop talking to them. But then it just like keeps
repeating the cycle.
And so I feel like, but if it's affecting the hangout, like you're hanging out to help them get over it.
Yes.
And then it's affecting the time. I guess that would be annoying.
But... Yeah. I know. I have friends like that like either they bring up their significant other and like nobody prompted them to. And it's like negative, like talk about them. And it's like, nobody cares. Like, save that for another time, not when we're having fun. Or they're like fighting with them actively via text or on the phone. That pisses me off. Like, truly. So I don't know if any listeners have that, but if you don't, like Liz said, it's probably you.
I would that's true. I would say younger days, not anytime like recently, but younger days, like when we'd be like on and off with boyfriends or something, because And then you just want to have fun, and then they're crying over something that was texted. It ruins the vibe.
It ruins the vibe. Like, please stop. Your thing is rubbing against your.
Damn it! I'm sorry, my arms are chilly.
Well, can you get like something that is not a pullover sweater to put on your shoulders? Is there a blanket in the house? A shawl, a scarf, a baby's bonnet, like some. There you go. We'll wrap this up soon. She's cold. She's chilly. She's writing on a business card. We got to wrap it up. So, shooting the shit wise, anything you have on your mind that you need to say?
The homeless thing was on my mind for quite a while, and I kept forgetting to bring it up. But every now and then I think of like something that I'm like, do other people like think of this? And I need to start writing these things down.
You do. And more than likely, yes, because as I scroll through TikTok, I'm like, damn, we all lived the same childhood, like, or like have the same mindset, same experiences. Today I've been I was on BBL Twitter once again. I don't know why my algorithm is set to like plastic surgery, because I, one, can't afford plastic surgery, and two, do not want plastic surgery, because I like, this is my body and I'm not paying to get it fixed. If I truly wanted it fixed, I would stop eating In-N-Out and Burger King, but here we are. But I was watching BBL Twitter and like botched BBLs, like bad BBLs, like people's lopsided booty cheeks and not
is it
matching.
Usually they try to get like a cheaper or a discount? Is that where the botched are coming from, that you feel?
I feel it's coming from unrealistic like expectations of what your body is capable of doing, even during surgery. Like, your butt can only get so big because your skin is what's stretching, and like if you don't already have like a foundation of like somewhat of a butt, it's not going to look natural. It's not going to be normal. And
the thigh meat has to match the booty cheeks.
Yeah. And a lot of like thinner women are getting these BBLs with not a lot of like fat that can be harvested to make a large butt or thighs. And a lot of women don't have a small like hip to waist ratio. I was reading up about, because then I was like, oh, let me do some research about like your measurements of your waist and your hips need to be under a certain like point system, like to be able to get an hourglass shape. So like women will go in there expecting to come out with like an hourglass shape, but then their body is like already boxy. You can't make an hourglass out of a box, is basically what it comes down to. So yeah, that's what I was on this morning, was like all these botched surgeries, which was sad, because it's like, I get why women think they need these surgeries, because if you go on Instagram, I am pressed to find a girl that looks like me or Liz or somebody that doesn't have surgery. But everybody has surgery. It's like very normalized now. And I can see why women feel the pressure, because like everybody looks perfect on Instagram and their bodies look great. Their skin looks great. They have no cellulite, but that's not reality. And they're using apps to filter and fix things too, even if they do have surgery. Would you ever get a BBL?
Yeah, if I could. Absolutely.
You would?
I'd get it all. If I could afford it and tolerate the pain, like really good pain meds, I'd get it all. I'd get it all fucking done, all of it, every inch of it. Anything you would suggest, I would 100%.
I am trying to picture a BBL on Liz. She would know. She wouldn't know how to act. She wouldn't know how.
The thing is, I'd need a whole like body reconstruction first and foremost before the BBL even came into play. It would look silly. Imagine a potato with a booty. Like, it would look silly.
Oh my God, a potato with a booty. That's great. But I was also looking at there's like a procedure called like ab etching, where they can like create fake abs. And some of them looked good, but also it's like, what do you say when you come to like work and like, I guess they wouldn't see your abs, but like you're, I don't know, with somebody, or you're like with a group of friends, and you didn't tell them you're getting surgery, and show up with like a 6-pack. Like, yeah, just cut out those carbs and these abs appear. I don't know. It's just like interesting to see what surgery can do and like how people act after it. So Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like I'd act like I was better than everyone.
I feel
I'd
like
be
look at my ass.
Look at this new ass.
Look at this fat ass. And I'm just picturing all these grandmas with like fat asses. I'm excited to see.
Lots
like
of grandmas already have fat asses.
My grandma has a donk. So yeah, it's not like uncommon, but I'm just saying like all the grandmas now are going to be snatched, honey, and have like moo-moos that like silhouette the body. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, Nana. Yes, Mima. I also saw a man with a BBL. He got a BBL.
Okay.
It was I mean, not saying like a straight man can't get his butt bigger, because I'm going to say right now.
Oh, I'm a straight man. Okay.
No, it wasn't a straight man. It was a gay man. But I'm saying a straight man could get, I mean, I'm sure maybe if they had like a super flat ass where no pants would stay up, go get an ass.
That's true. I've seen that. Seen that.
Yeah, you live it. Jordan
I wasn't even thinking about him.
Jordan ain't got no ass.
I'm gonna tell him we dragged his name.
I've seen Jordan's ass crack more than my own. But yes, I love a man with a butt, because I just do. I like a full voluptuous man. I mean, I just like people's butts in general. I look at everybody's butt. I'm a butt person, butt and a boob person. I'm disgusting, honestly, truly. But I do look at people's asses. So if you're friends with me, or if I came in contact with you, male or female, I have looked at your butt. I've checked it out just to see, not sexually, just to look at it. Yeah. I just gotta see. But yeah, I saw a man with a BBL and he was twerking, and I was like, yes, get it, honey, get it. So yeah, it's just taking over. Everybody's getting BBLs over here except for us. I can't afford it. So if anybody wants to donate to my BBL fund, my Venmo is Anna-Burr-1, and my PayPal is ABURR1@asu.edu if you want to donate to the BBL fund for me or Liz.
To specify like with the name, with the dollar amount, so we can.
Oh yeah, I need 14K.
Like when they donate, be like, this one's for Liz.
Oh,
I'm getting mixed up.
I'm collecting for both of us. So whatever money we get, we'll split it in half. Okay, so I'll get half a BBL. You'll get the other half of the BBL. Like you'll get one cheek, I'll get the other cheek. So yeah.
I mean, if there's not enough for a full, then we should probably think of something else.
Oh my God, plastic surgeries. Why? And I'm so like, this is crazy too, because I always look at like plastic surgeons pages, and like now I can tell what procedure like a celebrity has had or a person has had, that like I'm like, oh, that's cheek filler, oh, that's Kybella, which is like the jaw reconstruction surgery, that's a brow lift, that is a chin implant, that is armpit fat removal, like stuff like that. Like that's how trained I am in the procedures. It's just craziness. So yeah. What do you think is going to be the next trend in bodies? Oh, maybe flat asses and flat titties will be the next trend, and everybody's going to be mad and be taking out their implants.
And we did boobs, we did butts, we did lips. There's nothing else that if you accentuate it necessarily like looks good.
What if everybody starts getting big chin implants to look like a moon?
I feel like a lot of people are really focusing on the jawline here. So I feel like maybe something jaw related.
People start shaving their jaws off and they just have the top of their mandible. Like they don't have a bottom.
Or like the new makeup trend is just really like faking this.
That a neckline.
Yeah,
maybe. I will keep my saggy neck until, because I think everybody has it because of how we look at our phones. Like we all look like Big Ed from 90 Day Fiance. So well, let's wrap this up. We were just shooting the shit today. Thank you, Liz, for coming on the pod once again. Did you have any last words or anything else to say? That always, when I say last words, it sounds like I'm like you're on the death row or something getting executed.
I will say I bought the everything bagel seasoning that TikTok kept talking about, and I've used it on Slim to None.
No,
So.
I bought that like, okay, so I'm a big Trader Joe's head, huge Trader Joe's head. I go to Trader Joe's once a week, and I had bought it because I follow this blog that talks about the new releases at Trader Joe's, and they're like top 5 things you must have. I already had the cookie butter, already had tried the what's that called, that crisp, the Kringle or whatever it is. It's like a big piece of like Dutch bread. Anyway, I already had all the stuff except for the everything bagel seasoning. I got it like a year ago, have used it one time on eggs, and I was underwhelmed because I was like, this is, I could get this from like garlic salt or onion powder. Like this is truly unnecessary. So that was, on your mind
to share that.
Yeah, no,
I've used it Slim to None, and TikTok was acting like I was going to put it on everything.
No, TikTok they are scammers and liars and cheaters and frauds, but I
will still buy whatever they're showing me.
No, I absolutely same thing. Mm-hmm. I will too. So thanks for coming on the pod, Liz. Before we go, I want to re-ask you, what is your favorite song? Well, I didn't ask you this, but now I'm going to switch it up because I've already asked you your favorite Britney Spears song. Okay. And I would like to know what your favorite movie was from the early 2000s, mid 2000s, favorite movie from that era.
As a young girl, and maybe I'm going into 90s here. Ooh, okay, Now and Then for sure, but that might be 90s. So if I have to pick like early 2000s. Oof. I was a really big like Disney person, and I like really loved Mulan.
Oh, that's
that
a
counts
good one.
As the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think that came out like either 99 or 2000. So we'll take it. I love Mulan. I love Mulan, and I have the soundtrack on my phone, and sometimes it comes on shuffle, and I don't care who's in the car. I play it and I sing along and I do the voices. So, that's what a girl worth fighting for. Yes. So that is my rendition. If you would like to hear more, please head to my Patreon at patreon.com/AnnitudePod. All right, Liz. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast again, and go take care of them babies, because I don't know what Jordan did, but it sounds way too silent in that house.
I feel like there's time to take a nap still.
Yeah. Take a nap, girl. Take a nap. All right. If it's day, night, love and light, have a good one. Bye.
All right, bye.
Hello, Annitude listeners. So I have some exciting news. My Patreon is now only $2 a month. Patreon is just a place that supports artists and podcasters like myself, and it helps us make a little bit of money. So it's only $2 to join the Annitude Patreon. The Patreon comes with bonus episodes every 15th and 30th of the month. So if you're interested in getting ad-free episodes, early episodes, and video of the episodes we record, head on over to patreon.com/AnnitudePod. Now let's get on with the show.